What is going on, big fans? It's Emmanuel Jones here, back at it with another NFL record prediction. And this time, I'll give you my NFL prediction for the Dallas Cowboys in 2021, give you my thoughts, and give you to see which matchup is good for the Cowboys and which matchup is bad for the Cowboys. So before I get to do my Cowboys, before I give you my record prediction for the Dallas Cowboys in 2021, if you do, put the thumbs up to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more options, and don't forget to comment down your opinion below on what you think your record prediction for the Cowboys is. Do you think they're going to win the East this year? Do you think they're going to make it to the NFC Championship this year? Or you think they're going to be a playoff team? Or you think they're going to regress and miss the playoffs? Just let me know in the comment section below on what you think your predictions for the Cowboys is. So let's get started. So week 1, the Cowboys kick it off on opening night on Thursday. They got to play against the Super Bowl champions, the Bucks. You know what? I actually have the Bucks winning this game though, because I believe the Bucks are just a more complete team. I mean, they have the better quarterback, the better coach, and they're at home. I mean, yeah. I just don't, and I feel like the Bucks defense, is gonna find a way to slow down Zeke and all that. And also, I don't really think Dallas has the corners, to match up well with the Bucks receivers of Mike Epps and Chris Godwin and Rob Gronkowski. So I feel like the Bucks' weapons are gonna have a big day. So yeah, that's why they win. Next game, that play versus the Chargers. Now this is a tough one though. Now this is a game that can go either way though, because I think one time, I don't really remember, because I think I must have picked the Cowboys to win, but you know what? This can go either way though, because I'm probably gonna come back to that one. Now, week 3 on Monday Night Football, they have to play against the Eagles. I have the Cowboys winning. I have the Cowboys beating the Eagles, and the reason why is that I just think the Cowboys are the better team, and also I just think they have the better quarterback, and I believe they have the better coach. And on top of that, I just don't think the Eagles are really good at all. But you know what? They got to play them week 18. I'm going to say you sweep the Eagles twice. I say you beat them both times. I just don't know why. I just have a feeling that I just don't think the Eagles are going to be really good this year. The Eagles, I'm not a big believer in that defense, but I don't know if I'm a big believer in that offensive line or not. And the Eagles are still concerned about the quarterback position, knowing if Jalen Hurts is a guy. So, yeah, I think the Cowboys offense and the Cowboys defense will have a big game. So that's why I got them beating the Eagles twice. Next game, that's play versus the Panthers. Now, this is an interesting game, though. Now, that can go either. But, I'm going to say the Cowboys beat the Panthers, because I think the Cowboys are just a better team. And I just think, the Cowboys have the better coaching staff, the better quarterback. I just think Dak Prescott is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold, in my opinion. And I just think the Cowboys defense is going to find a way to give Sam Darnold some issues, and they'll find a way to slow down the run game. So, yeah. So, I think the Cowboys receivers are going to have a big day versus that Panthers young secondary, which I don't really know if I'm a big believer in. But you know what? I think it's going to be closer than you think it will be, but I think Dallas is going to find a way to pull it off. Next game, they got to play versus the Giants. Obviously, I have the Cowboys splitting with the Giants. I'm going to say they win the first game versus the Giants, and because I just think the Cowboys are the better team than the Giants, in my opinion. So, yeah. And also, I have them losing to the Giants week 15, because I just think, the Giants sometimes play the Cowboys hard. The Cowboys always own the Giants. They've been owning the Giants for almost every year. So, yeah, that's why I think the Cowboys, split with the Giants. Next game, they have to play versus the Patriots. Now, this is an interesting game, though. Now, this is an either-way game, though. Because the Patriots could be weak at the quarterback position, but I don't know. But that can go either way. Hmm. This is a tough one though because I think the Cowboys can match up well with the Patriots really good but you know what? I feel like it's gonna be close in a high scoring game, but it might be a shootout though. But I'm gonna go with the Patriots here because I just really think that the Patriots defense is a bad matchup for the Cowboys because what the Patriots can do defensively, they can find a way to stop the run and they have the corners, to cover the Cowboys receivers. And also, I think that the Patriots res- I think the Patriots do have the weapons on offense, to expose that Cowboys secondary. So yeah, that's why I think the Patriots will find a way to win that game. But I think it's gonna be close, sir. But I think the Patriots find a way to win by maybe a field goal or something. So now you head into the bye week 7. And after the bye week, I think you might be prepared for this game, but they have to play the Vikings. Now, this is an either or game because I remember this game because this is when the Vikings, blew that game because the Cowboys, trust me, with the Cowboys without Dak Prescott last year, the Cowboys were still able, to stay competitive in this game. And I feel like they will be competitive in this game if Dak Prescott plays. But you know what? I say it's gonna be very close though, but I'm gonna go with the Vikings. Because I just think the Vikings are just a better I mean, I just don't know why. I just think the Vikings are the better team. And I believe that the Vikings defense will find a way to slow down the Cowboys offense, will slow down the run and all that. So yeah. And I believe the Vikings did upgrade the corner position, to cover the Cowboys receiver because you got Patrick Peterson and but you added Bashar Breeland and you got Mackenzie Alexander. Yeah. That's that's really good. So yeah. And I just don't think the Cowboys secondary matches up well with the Vikings. I don't think they have the corners to do that. So I feel like Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson will have a big game. So yeah, that's why I think the Vikings win. Next game, they'll play versus the Broncos. I actually have them beating the Broncos. Now, the reason why is that I just really think the Broncos, I mean, they're they're extremely talented, but you know what? But I think the Broncos on paper can match up well with the Broncos. But you know what? This can totally change my mind because if they get Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers, I would pick the Broncos to win. But it, but but for right now, I'm just gonna pick the Cowboys because the Broncos are weak at the quarterback position, and that's a question. Rather, either gonna start either Teddy B or Drew Lock. Yeah. I just feel like the Cowboys are the better team. They have the better coach. They're at home, and I believe they're more stable at the quarterback position. So yeah, that's why I have the Cowboys winning. Now, week 10, they have to play versus the Falcons. I absolutely have them beating the Falcons because, the Cowboys are just a more talented team. And, they have a better receiving core and they have more weapons on offense than the Falcons do. Because the Falcons don't have a lot of weapons on offense, though, because they lost Julio, so their offense gets worse. But the defense, I'm not a big believer in, and it's very suspect. And the Cowboys, I feel like that their run game with Zeke Elliott, I feel like he's gonna run over that Falcons defense, and I feel like that they do have the receivers, to expose that Falcons young secondary, which is not great. So I feel like the Cowboys offense will have a big game. But here's the thing. I remember last year that they almost lost to the Falcons. They won by a touchdown. I thought they wasn't gonna come for a comeback, but they did. So I feel like Dak Prescott is going to outperform Matt Ryan again. But as long as the Cowboys can stay competitive, then they'll find a way to win. All right, next game that play versus the Chiefs. Obviously, I got the Chiefs winning because the Chiefs are just a better team. They have the better quarterback, the better coach. It's in Arrowhead Stadium, and that's a hard place to play at. And I don't believe that the Cowboys secondary has an answer for Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. So they're just gonna have a big game against them. So yeah. Next game, they have to play week 12 versus the Raiders on Thursday night. Now this game right here is going to be very interesting though, but I feel like it could be an exciting game. Now this game can barely go either way though, because here's the thing: Derek Carr is usually the best quarterback in the game, but I want to lead towards the Raiders to win, but I just don't think the Raiders are very good this year. I just don't think their defense is that great. So yeah, and the offensive line got a little worse. But you know what? I think the Cowboys will find a way to win this game because I think that the Cowboys do have the weapons on offense, to expose the Raiders defense and the Raiders young secondary, which is not great. So I believe that the Cowboys offense has a big day. And I believe this game is on Thursday on Thanksgiving. But I think it's going to be close, though, because usually Derek Carr is the best quarterback in this game. Because the Raiders can barely pull off an upset because they're really great at passing the ball. But I just think the Cowboys find a way to win. Now, they got to play on Thursday night again, Week 13 versus the Saints. Now, game is very interesting, though. But I kind of feel like it can go either way, though, because, I think the Saints are going to take a step back this year because, they lost their franchise quarterback in Drew Brees. So I don't think they're going to be a playoff team this year. But if Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers joins the team, like if they get Aaron Rodgers or Deshaun Watson, then I will pick the Saints to win. But I know what? I always pick the home team on Thursday night because Thursday night's always wacky. And I already know that the game is in New Orleans. And, usually New Orleans is a tough outing to play at. And, I just think the Saints. I want to say the Saints, but they don't really have Drew Brees. I'm not a big believer in Jameis Winston. So you know what? I'm gonna go with the Cowboys because I just think that the Cowboys have the better quarterback, and I just feel like Dak is better than Jameis. And also I just think they're the better team overall. Because what I think what the Cowboys on defense can do, I think they can find a way, to like slow down the Saints offense, and they can really give Jameis a tough time. So yeah. So yeah, I think it's gonna be very close, but I think the Cowboys can win by a field goal. Now next game they have to play versus Washington. I actually have them splitting with Washington. I think they're gonna lose the first game versus Washington because Washington sometimes plays the Cowboys tough, and I feel like that their defense is gonna find a way to give the Cowboys offense a tough time. And absolutely have them win the second game is because I just feel like the Cowboys are just the better team. They have the better quarterback, the better coach, and they're at home. So I feel like they will get their revenge on Washington after losing to them twice last year. So yeah. Next game they have to play versus the Cardinals on Saturday. Now this is an either way type game because last year the Cardinals blew them out. That's when Kyler Murray had a big game. But I like the additions that the Cardinals made. But I think that, the Cowboys, last of the year, the Cardinals really blew them out because that's when the Cardinals defense found a way to like give Aaron Dalton pressure. But you know what? I think it's going to be a close game so far. But I'm going to go with the Cowboys at home because I think the Cowboys defense can find a way, it's like slow down the Cardinals offense and slow down Kyler Murray and all that. So yeah, and I think the Cowboys defense finds a way to win. And I just think the Cowboys are the better team. So yeah, just for right now. So I feel like they'll get their revenge on the Cardinals after losing to them last year. So yeah, that's why I think they're gonna win. So now I gotta look back to the Chargers game. Now this team, we already know the Chargers is a very good talented team though because they improved the offensive line in the draft and they improved in free agency. Now I want to go with the Cowboys because they can match up fairly well with the Chargers. But you know what? I feel like Justin Herbert is going to be a challenge. So I'm going to go with the Chargers here because they're at home. And I feel like that, California teams are always a hard place to play at because, it's pretty wacky and all that. And, it gets loud where the crowd is at. I mean, yeah, that's why I think the Chargers will win. Also, I just think that, I think the weapons that the Chargers had with Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Jared Cook, I mean, I feel like they're going to have a big game. Yeah. And I feel like Justin Herbert will have a big game as well and have a field day. And he'll be able to pick apart that young Cowboys secondary. But I think it's going to be close and it's going to be a high-scoring game, though. But it could be a shootout, though. But the Cowboys can barely win this game. But I'm just going to go with the Chargers just for right now. But I could change my mind later. So, yeah. So, at this point, I have the Cowboys going 10-7. I mean, with 4-2 in their division, 8-4 in their conference, 8-0 at home. I mean, 2-7 away. I mean, that's just pretty good. I mean, I'm gonna say that I kind of have the Cowboys winning the East right now because I feel like Dak Prescott is gonna get better and better throughout the season. I mean, as long as Dak stays healthy and the offensive line stays healthy and the defense stays healthy, then I think the Cowboys will be back in the playoffs. So yeah, because when you look at their schedule, it's pretty tough and brutal because they have to play they have to play the Bucks, they have to play the Chargers. I mean, they have to play the Patriots. They play the Vikings. I mean, they play the Chiefs. They play the Saints. They play Washington twice. They play the Giants twice. They play the Eagles twice. I mean, they play the Cardinals. I mean, man, this is a hard schedule. So, yeah. So I think the Cowboys will be an improved team this year but you know what? I think Dak Prescott will win Comeback Player of the Year this year, but it just depends on his development. But you know what? I think because I kind of feel like that that Ryan Fitzmagic, he's gonna keep getting worse, and Daniel Jones might keep getting worse, and Jalen Hurts might keep getting worse as well. So yeah, so I kind of have the Cowboys in first place and making the playoffs, and I also see them as a wild card team as well. So yeah, that's how I see it as the Cowboys. So I say their floor can be like about 8-9, and then I say their ceiling can be like about maybe 11-6. So I say the Cowboys can land somewhere from like 9 to 10 wins this year, but I'm gonna stick with 10 though, because I kind of feel like that if I give them 9 wins this year, I mean I kind of feel like 9 in April probably won't get them into the playoffs though. But I really want to give them a loss so badly versus Saints. Can I give them a loss versus Saints? You know what? I'm just gonna leave it at that because I'm not gonna say the Cowboys are gonna miss the playoffs because I really want the Cowboys in the playoffs though because they're a really good team. I really like the Cowboys this year. So yeah. So just let me know in the comment section below on what you think about the Cowboys record is. I mean, do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? I mean, just let me know in the comment section below on what you think. Well, it's Emmanuel Jones from The Big Fan. Well, hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Talk to you guys later. Peace.